Well, have you been in the Godfrey yet? How do you know? You raise your hand in the Godfrey yet? I'm going. How can you say that? You assume the facts not like same shit that's going on here. What about? I was on that stage. I checked. I wasn't on that stage.
Twelve?
I don't know what you're saying.
I believe so.
I raised my hand. Okay, but I raised my hand twice. I unchecked it, raised it again, and then broke me up.
So like it was 12?
People on the stage that ain't up there.
Conscious.
I don't know if I would say this, but that was not in this room. Set apart.
Trying to tell you, she didn't tell me. She told me.
Who is it? About what?
You could watch it.
Shalom Israel. Wheeler ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command of General Yohanan. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth that according to the Bible, the Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, we are the Israelites. Shalom, my preaching officer, Sha'al. We know that today is Wednesday, Lord class. Let's clap it up. Most High in Christ, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakadam to the brothers, Yahweh Shema Allah Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai to the sisters. And basically, we know this is law class, right? So we're going to get into the law. Our topic is that the laws of God is not done away with. Now, understand that your Christian pastor, he promotes, he promotes that the laws of God is done away with. Particularly, he says that Christ have done away with the laws, which is a lie, right? And we in the beginning of our oppressor's new year, which guess what? The Most High said there's nothing new under the sun. While your Christian pastor was making New Year's resolutions to change his life, he's still a filthy, disgusting deceiver. That's you right. Understand? He's still preaching to you that the laws of God is done away with. Now, you can imagine just looking on the oppression of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. The oppression, the atrocities that we went through. You understand the drugs, the gangs, the oppression of our oppressors, us getting murdered by the authorities. You would imagine that enough is enough already. You understand? Let's start listening to what God said. Let's start following His law, statutes, commandments. You understand? Let's try something new. Now, I'm not talking about starting off new during the New Year's. You understand? Because that's a pagan day. That's worshiping the god of Janus, the Greek and Roman gods of Janus. You understand? But any opportunity the Most High gives you to wake up is a start to get right. You understand? To prove yourself right with the Most High. You understand? Not some white man's law every January 1st to get right. You understand? According to the Bible, the laws is life. And so that's why we're going to get to the scriptures, and we're going to let you know that the laws of God is not done away with. You understand? And what upholds us as a nation is keeping these law, statutes, commandments. You understand? The life and death hangs on whether you want to follow the law, statutes, commandments or not. Right? Let's go to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, Bokusha. Get there with you.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. Olaki, you have it?
When a brother asks if you have it, you say Khan. All right. That's what. Here in ISUPK, we show brotherhood. You understand? We wait for brothers and sisters to get the scriptures so we could be on one mind and one accord, so we could learn the truth according to the Bible. Got it? Read on.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. Mm-hmm. My people. My people.
Let's slow it down. Who?
My people.
The Most High said, my people. Where's the Most High's people? Your Christian pastor teaches that God loves everybody. You understand that God loves the white man. God loves the Africans, the Arabs, the East Indians. You understand? Guess what? He even loved Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians too. You understand? But in this context, your pastor lied to you. When it says my people, it's only talking about the nation of Israel, Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. Those are the only people, the only nationality on the face of this earth that God loves. And He's dealing with His people. Read that again.
My people are destroyed.
Are what?
Are destroyed.
Are what?
Are destroyed.
Are destroyed. We are destroyed. You understand? Look outside. You understand? Go outside and look at the oppression. You understand the devastation and the trauma that our brothers and sisters is going through under the oppression of the white man. You understand? We stem from general trauma, stating back all the way from the beginning of slavery. You understand? With his drugs that he pushed on us, with his gang violence, with his philosophies, with his theories, with his religion. You understand? With Christianity, Muslim, you understand? Right. Catholic, Pentecostal, you understand? We are destroyed. We are destroyed by the hand of our oppressors. Why? Read on.
For lack of knowledge.
For the lack of what?
For lack of knowledge.
For the lack of knowledge. Now, you may say that you have knowledge. You understand? Yeah, I have knowledge. I have knowledge yourself. Word is born, son. You understand? 5% claim that they have knowledge. The Egyptologists proclaim that they have knowledge. Christians proclaim that they have knowledge. Pastors, you understand? But what is this knowledge that we're talking about, that God is talking about? What is the specific knowledge that the Most High God is talking about? You understand? We're going to go into this knowledge is talking about the Most High's knowledge, which is the Bible, His law, statutes, and commandments. We are destroyed for the lack of what's in this Bible. We've been taught otherwise by our leaders, by our Christian pastors. You understand? By our leaders in the past, Martin Luther King. You understand? Our judges, our lawyers, you understand? They hold this book. They hold this book as if how can I put it? You know, they use this book in for their own greed and their own form of getting over on the Lord's people. Right. You understand? But this knowledge is talking about the knowledge, wisdom, understanding that's located within this Bible. Because this is a black man's Bible. This is a Hispanic man's Bible, a native North American Indian's Bible book. You understand? Where in this book, and this Bible contains our history. You understand? Our law, statute, commandments, our constitution, you know, who our power is. Read that again.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. Mm-hmm. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
So we are destroyed for the lack of knowledge because we tend to want to listen to every single other doctrine that's out there but the word of the Most High. You understand? We've been doing this since 1969. You understand? Teaching Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians who they are. You understand? To get off the drugs, to get off to stop aborting your babies, to stop having sex with women and leaving them, to love your brother, to love your sister. You understand? We've been giving you this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding time and time again. But just like how the prophets are old, you rejected this knowledge. You understand? Read on.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, you rejected the word of the Most High. For you to reject knowledge, this knowledge, you're rejecting the Most High. You understand? That's like how you reject. Would you reject your parents? Would you reject those who brought you up, who loved you, who birthed you? You understand? But guess what? We rejected the Most High. You understand? We turned our back on the Most High. You understand? We didn't want to appreciate our independence as being a nation governed over Slovakia. We didn't want to appreciate the Most High ruling over us. You understand? Us being obedient to Him. Read on.
I will also reject thee.
So the Most High will do also what?
I will also reject thee.
So the Most High will also reject us. What do you think transatlantic slavery was about? You understand? What do you think about our black businesses being bombed by the oppressors was about? Right. You understand? What do you think about us being pushed in the four corners of the earth and the slums and ghettos is about? You understand? What do you think that the state of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians is about? You understand? Us living in the ghettos, the barrios, and the reservations. You understand? It's because we rejected the Most High. So in return, as the Most High being a holy and righteous Father as He is, you understand? We're His children. He's going to punish us. He's going to punish us with these curses. And that's what we're going through. You understand? But however, today, your Christian pastor teaches you and pushes for you to not be obedient to the Most High God by saying that the Lord's statutes and commandments are done away with. You understand? By saying, no, God knows your heart. You understand? God knows that you are, you out there fending for yourself. You understand? You're trying to make ends meet. So, you being a drug dealer, you being a prostitute, a whore, you doing any vile thing mean to live here in this society. You understand? Which is contrary to the Most High because of the sin. You understand? So the Most High rejected us. Read on.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
That thou what?
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
That thou shalt be no priest to the Most High. You understand? Because every Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian man, we're supposed to be priests to the Most High. You understand? We're supposed to be ruling this nation with the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High that He gave us. You understand? But the Most High said, "Thou shalt be no priest unto me." Why? Because we rejected the Most High. So instead of us being a priest, what we out there being? You understand? Under the hand of our oppressor. You understand? Because we following his way. So we out there want to be the thugs and the drug dealers. You understand? And the game bangers. You understand? And the drive-bys and the mafias. You understand? All of that is the culture and the heritage of our oppressors.
Right.
You understand? Because the Bible, I'm paraphrasing, said that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So if the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, what the righteous is going to follow? You understand? What's going to be, what's going to be right for us to follow if the only thing we see is wickedness, because the earth is given to the hand of the wicked.
Right.
You know, so we being out there, everything we being everything out there, but priests according to the Most High. When the Most High said that we shall be priests unto Him, right?
Right.
No sweat anymore on that.
Concept.
Read on.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law.
Seeing that thou hast what?
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law.
Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law. You understand? We've forgotten the law. The laws, you know what I'm saying? There's several laws in the Bible, 600 plus laws. You understand? But within all them laws, it comes down to two laws. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God thyself, and thou shalt love thy brother as thyself. You understand? We have forgotten the laws of the Most High, and we started taking in other doctrines, other philosophies, you understand, other religions, other gods, other cultures, just like how we did this January 1st, celebrating a New Year's, celebrating the God of Janus, you understand? So we have forgotten the Most High. The Most High rejected us. Read on. Any more on that?
Concept. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Look at that. And they will also forget thy children. Most High will also forget our children. Look at our children out here. You understand? Our children is dying out here in these streets. You understand? For the lack of knowledge, wisdom, understand. For the lack of knowledge. We are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. You understand? Trayvon Martin was what? Just a teen. He was a baby when he got gunned down by that oppressor.
Right.
You understand? And like so many other Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians out there, you understand? We out here in the streets being destroyed by the hand of our oppressor. Why? Because there's no leaders on the earth. You understand? Your leaders is telling you to not listen to God. You understand? To disobey God, to break His law, statutes, commandments. You understand? Your leaders is telling you to take sides with the oppressor, to love your oppressor, to marry your oppressor. You understand? To march and protest with your oppressor. When the Most High wants us to be separate and holy. He wants us to be separate amongst the other nations. He doesn't want us dealing with the other nations. You got that? Salaki, that's it on that?
Concept.
No, so we're going to get into Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, Baba Kashur. You got it? Salakia? Matthew chapter 5, verse 17.
Gone.
All right, no sweat. You got it? We don't.
Ready?
Gone.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not.
Now, before we get into this, who is this talking right now?
That's Christ speaking. Sir.
How do we know that this is Christ speaking? Raise your hand before you answer, brother. Go ahead. Because it's in red. You understand? When you have the Bible and it's in red, that's because your king is talking. You understand? This is Yahweh, that the world ignorantly known as Christ. So read that from the top of the show. Quote out the scripture.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
This is Christ speaking. You understand? He said, think not that you understand? I am come to destroy the law. So he's letting you know, do not think that I come to destroy the law. Your Christian pastor is telling you that Christ done away with the law. You understand? As our Officer Bakwach Moth was bringing on in class yesterday, how Creflo Dollar, he's teaching you that the laws were created for you to sin. You understand? This is what Creflo Dollar is teaching you. This is what your Christian pastor is teaching you every single Sunday. You understand? When you go to church,
Right.
to hate God, to reject God. And we just read in Hosea that if we reject his knowledge, that the Most High is going to reject us. He's going to reject our children.
Right.
Right? Read that again.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Christ said, think not that I am come to destroy the law. Christ didn't come to destroy the law. You understand? Moses, he gave us the law. You understand? When we exited out of Egypt, Moses, he received the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High when he was in Mount Sinai. And he came down to the children of Israel and he told us, look, this, choose ye this day life or death. You either follow these law, statutes, commandments, or you're gonna die. You understand? He told us, he laid it out. You understand?
Right.
Why? Because the Most High commanded him to. The Most High, Moses told us, you understand, the downfall of us not obeying the Most High God, law, statutes, commandments. You understand? That if we shall keep the law, statutes, commandments, that we was going to be above all the other nations. You understand? We was not going to have to be beggars to the other nations. Beg them for food, beg them for water, beg them for shelter. Like how we're doing today. You understand? We're begging the oppressor just to live. You understand? Every single thing costs money to live. You understand? Money to drink, money to take transportation, money to keep your lights on. You understand why? Because the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. So when we want to complain, we got to look at ourselves and blame ourselves because we didn't want to be obedient to the Most High God. But here you go, your church is teaching you that Christ done away with the laws. Now you got to examine that. If Christ done away with the law, does that mean that adultery is okay? Do you mean to tell me that sleeping with another man's wife is okay? Is you telling me that murder is okay? Is you telling me that child molestation is okay? Is you telling me that selling drugs is okay, getting abortions? See, I could go on and on and on. You understand how hypocritical the church is?
Right.
You understand? Because your church, your pastor is going to be the first one to say, no, I don't want nobody robbing me of my good riches.
Right.
I don't want nobody breaking into my mansion and stealing my Lamborghini. You understand? Just stealing my jets, my jets, my $1 million jets. You understand? But yet your Christian pastor says that the laws was done away with. Right? How hypocritical is that is.
Right.
Read that from the top again, Bakusha.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Christ didn't come to destroy the law, and we're going to get into that. You understand? Christ was commanded by the Most High God to go to the 12 tribes of Israel to teach these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand? Christ followed the commandment. You understand? That commandment was from the Most High when he sent Christ to teach us who we were. You understand? Now we could get back right with the Most High.
Right.
Read on.
All the prophets.
Or who?
All the prophets.
All the prophets. You understand? All the prophets that you read in the Old Testament. You understand? Jeremiah, Hosea, Daniel, Isaiah, Ezekiel. You understand? So on and so forth. All the prophets that prophesied. You understand? And the downfall of Israel. You understand? The rise of Israel. Only if we was obedient. You understand? Because guess what? In the Old Testament, even Christ was prophesied. You understand? By the prophets. You understand? So Christ didn't come to do away with what the prophets did. Christ himself was a prophet. You understand? Just like all the other prophets before him, Christ read out the book of the Old Testament. You understand? He was a prophet himself. Read on.
Said, I am not come to destroy.
He's what?
I am not come to destroy.
He didn't come to destroy. Come. He didn't come to destroy. You understand? He didn't come to destroy. Listen, we in a process of rebuilding the nation of Israel that was destroyed. That's destroyed. You understand? Our heritage was taken from us. You understand? And we are in a process of rebuilding this nation of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. You understand? And the only way to do that is by what Christ commanded us to do. Because your Christian pastor is telling us to live any single way, any filthy, disgusting way. YOLO, you only live once. Do what feels good. You could do what feels good. You could pop all the pills you want. You could smoke all the weed, all the cigarettes, eat all the abominable food you want, have all the sexual deviant sex you want. But guess what? On that particular Sunday, God forgives you of every single thing you've done them last 6 days. You understand what I'm saying? Read on.
But to fulfill.
But to what?
But to fulfill.
Read on.
Verse 18. For verily, I say unto you,
for truly I say unto you, this is Christ speaking. He said, truly I say unto you, black man, Hispanic man, Native man, read on.
Till heaven and earth pass.
To what?
Till heaven and earth pass.
Till heaven and earth pass. Now, young man Eric. Till heaven and earth pass. You understand? Are we still on earth? When you look up, what do you see? The heavens, right? So Christ said what? Read that again.
Till heaven and earth pass.
So did heaven and earth pass?
It has not, sir.
It has not. Read on.
One jot or one tittle.
One jot or one tittle. You understand? From the least to the greatest of the commandments. You understand? Everything that's located within the very first word of Genesis, within the very last word of Revelations. Everything inside the Bible. Read on.
Shall in no wise pass from the law.
Shall in no wise pass from the law. Christian, you understand? So this is proving you that the laws of God is not done away with, that Christ have not done away with the laws
right.
that you teach every single Sunday. You understand? The scripture says, woe unto the pastor that scatter my flock. You understand? You're scattering Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. You're not doing anything for them. You're not doing anything good for them. You understand? You're delaying their salvation. You're killing them. You understand? You're telling them to put themselves in harm's way and danger where the Most High could get upset with them and kill them. You understand? That's why we got this coronavirus going on. Yeah. You understand? You think this coronavirus was made for us? No, this coronavirus was made for the other nations to be destroyed. You understand? Just like how Most High destroyed the Egyptians. You understand? When we was in before we left Egypt. But the reason why we could get this virus is because we don't want to separate from this society. You understand? We want to be like the other oppressors. We want to be on Times Square on 42nd Street saying Happy New Year's. You understand? Hey, listen, last week I mentioned, what's so good about this 2022? It's going to still be more killing of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. Right. I woke up this morning and there was a situation, I believe, in Jersey, where cops shot this a brother dead. You understand? Nothing new under the sun.
Right.
Happy New Year's. Read on.
Concert. Till all be fulfilled.
Till all be fulfilled. Read on.
Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Creflo Dada. Read that again.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
T.G. Jakes. Read that again.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Martin Luther King. Read on.
And shall teach men so.
And shall do what?
And shall teach men so.
And shall teach men so. You understand? Your pastor is telling you that it's okay. It's okay. God knows your heart. He'll forgive you. You understand? T-Dog on the corner, he's a big-time hustler. He's a big-time drug dealer. So drugs are everybody you know, even your all your uncles or all your cousins, he sold weed to. He sold drugs too. But T-Dog, every Sunday, he goes to church with a cross around his neck, thinking that he could be forgiven. You understand? While he's out there destroying other Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. Read on.
He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, and these men that teach you to break these law, statutes, commandments, to be disobedient to the Most High, he's going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. You understand? Right. Let him live it up. Let him live lavish. You understand? Let him have all the jets, all the mansions, all the women. You understand? All the fame, all the riches, all the money. You understand? But guess what? He's going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
Damn right.
You understand? While he's out there locking his doors on you because of the coronavirus, he's shutting down the church. You understand? He's letting you. He's how could I put it? He's keeping you outside. You understand? He's keeping you outside with all the mist, all the corona, all the evil and stuff like that. Guess what? You know what I'm saying? This is the man who taught you to sin.
Right.
But here in ISUPK, guess what? We got the coronavirus going on. We got the Omicron going on. And guess what? Our schools are still open.
That's right.
You understand? We shelter Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians.
That's right.
We don't leave them outside the door for them to die. You understand? This is a refuge for Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. Read on.
But whosoever shall do.
But whosoever shall what?
But whosoever shall do.
Do what? Read on.
And teach them.
And teach them. Whoever shall do and teach them. Do what? Do these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand? Teach them. Teach who Israel is. Teach Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians who they are. Teach them who their enemies are. You understand? Teach them who to love, who to hate. Teach them what to eat. Teach them how to dress. You understand? Because we out here, hey, listen, man, we out here emulating the other nations.
Right.
And we don't know what the hell is going on. We don't know who we are. While you're out there soul searching, and you caught in every psychic hotline and looking for the horoscopes or how your life's supposed to be. You understand? It's written right here in the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? You're supposed to be following these laws, statutes, commandments.
Right.
You understand? Read on. Read that again and teach so and do so.
Concert. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 19 in the ending. But whosoever shall do and teach them.
Whoever shall what?
Shall do and teach them.
Whoever shall what?
Whoever shall do and teach them.
Whoever shall do and teach them. Hey, listen, guess what? Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth. You understand? The ISBK 1 West, you understand? We've been teaching Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. First of all, before that, we got to be examples first. You understand? Just how like Christ still is an example to us. You understand? We got to be the example. You understand? And Commander General Yohana, you understand? He's the example on how to live right. You understand? Do the teachings of Christ. And guess what? He was so gracious and diligent and loyal enough to stay within the ISUPK. Well, guess what? We have a new generation of brothers and sisters that's coming in. You understand? And we're learning how to teach Salakia. We're learning how to do these laws, statutes, commandments, but not only that, you understand, priests and prophets is raised up within the ISUPK, which the Most High is only dealing with. You understand? He's not dealing with your Christian pastors, your Muslim imams, or all the other philosophies out there. He's only dealing with the ISUPK, priests and prophets. You understand? But we also do what?
And teach them.
We also teach this law. You understand? We teach you that this law still exists, that the laws of God still exist, that we cannot break these laws, statutes, commandments. Any more on that?
Concert. The same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
The same shall be called what?
The same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, we're going to be called great in the kingdom of heaven. You understand? Christ, the 144,000, you understand? The rule and governing body of Israel, we are going to be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because we woke up these dry bones that Ezekiel prophesied. You understand? We put the meat and the flesh back on these bones that everybody rejected, everybody hated, and thought that they would never rise. You understand? Read on.
Verse 20.
Is that it on that verse?
Concert.
I know. So with that, I'm Priest and Officer Sha'al. I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bakwash. Stay tuned. We got Captain Tazariak. You understand? He got a debate with a pastor coming up. So stay tuned for that. Shalom.
Clap it up for the class.
Yes, some shirts.